All right, we are making a picture of a cute penguin out in the winter snow. And you're going to draw with pencil first. I'm going to draw with permanent marker. We're going to start by making a hill shape for the penguin's head. So just up and down. So he's just kind of peeking. We don't get to see the whole penguin. Okay, then you're going to make a little, we'll make the two eyes next. Nice big circles. And some smaller circles inside that. And a little shiny white part. And some little eyelashes. Letter V for the beak. And then just close it off at the top. And then another letter V at the forehead. And then just curve that around and down. Curve that around and down. And then his little wings are sticking up on each side. Okay, I'm going to go over that with black crayon. And so an artist that we might use for inspiration could be Henri Rousseau, because he painted a lot of pictures of animals. Not so much penguins, but lots of animals in his art. He made a painting called Exotic Landscape in 1910. And that was also the year that he died, 1910. He was born in 1844 in Laval, France. And he was a folk artist. He taught himself how to make his paintings. He made a lot of paintings of the jungle. And he actually never went to the jungle. He used his imagination for much of his work. He went to the botanical gardens near his home and the zoo to see what, animals and plants looked like. But he also used his imagination. Okay, so I would color this in nice and dark with my black crayon. And looks like I need a little bit of orange for the beak. And then I'm ready for painting in my sky. I thought that I might try doing the red down at the bottom this time instead of across the top. So I'm going to clean out my brush really well. Remember, no tapping. I'm going to use our inside of our cup to get the extra water off. And I'm just going to get paint on the end of my brush. Okay, I don't need it all the way up my brush. Just a little bit on the end should be fine. Just going to trace around my penguin. And I've just got more paint on my brush. And I didn't need to get more water because I'm not switching colors. So I can go right back into the red container. When I need more, without having to get more water. Okay, I want to get right up to the edges on my paper here. So I'm going to put a scrap paper down underneath my art. And then I can paint right off the edge. So if you're working at school, you might be able to just go off the edge of your paper right onto the table a little bit without any troubles. It should wash off real easily. It is tempera paint and it is washable. And usually the tables at school are very easy to clean. At home, if you're working from home, like I am, you'll want to probably get some scrap paper or newspaper or something underneath to protect your working surface. Or you could also just make sure that you don't paint right all the way to the edge. You can just leave a little bit of white around your edge. Maybe color that in later after your painting's all dry to look like a little frame around your art. But I am going to go right up to the edge here. Okay, and then my next row of colors is purple, because blue and red make purples. I put the purple in between. So I get some purple paint and paint my center purple. Now I still have a lot of water on my brush, so I think that is why my purple was coming out so light. So I'm just going to try to get more paint on my brush and try to spread out that water with my paintbrush. Just kind of mixing that in, the water with the paint. So I'm getting a little bit darker color. Sometimes as it dries too, it does get darker in color. And I think part of that is like the washable ingredient in the paint that sometimes makes the paint colors come out not quite as vibrant. So I'm cleaning out my brush again, moving it along the inside of my cup, and then I'm going to use the blue paint. And again, coming out a little bit darker than the purple did. Maybe I didn't have quite so much water on my brush this time. If you wanted to leave a little bit of white in the sky and not paint in every area, that would probably look nice too, since there is going to be some snow falling. It could also look like a little bit of wind blowing through the picture and snow flying around, or some distant clouds maybe. So having a little bit of white show through is not a big deal. Okay, and then I'm going to add in some white for my snow. So I just need a little dab of white. And again, cleaning up my brush really well. Moving it along the inside of my cup to get most of the water off, and then little dabs of white for my snow. I'm just going to spread those out, different areas of my artwork. Try to spread them out evenly, or not. They don't have to be perfectly even. Some snowflakes could be bigger than others. And then whatever I end up with extra in the white that I don't need for snowflakes, I can just turn that into my moon in the sky by making a circle. All right, and I hope this turns out just great for you. Good luck.